Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Give him 30 yards there.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Grant. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
43, 15.
Now again, right side. It's Grant. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That one 28 yards on the ground. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Mike 51. Hey, here.
Going to give it to Love. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, D. Over. Roy. In the air. 54's Mike. Check.
Watson off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Moss. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant, as time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Here's Love. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Mahomes on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
54. Bend it.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is Grant. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in the team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
All day, all day.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Completes it to Benjamin. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Watson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
SOS. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 24. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Shit.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Watson, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
15.
To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes now to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Reset. Mike 54. It's been a long day for you.
Now Watson. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Too little, Captain. Mike 54. 59. 54. Yeah. Come on. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. You.
One last throw here for Watson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Day.